Good morning, Sir Randy.
Good morning po.
We'll just start.
Sige po, will na. Play ko na lang yung channel ko kante, ma'am.
Chongil, let's just start. We will start with the Chongil anthem. Thank you po. Good morning, brothers and sisters. Good morning, Sir Randy. Good morning to all who are viewing also on YouTube. To start with our parents' education lecture for this morning, let us start with a prayer. Please join me in my prayer. We thank you so much, loving Father, for waking up us early this morning. We wanted to offer once again our lives to you. We understand, loving Father, that every morning as we wake up, loving Father, it's a great blessing. It's a great opportunity, loving Father, once again to really feel your love to each and every one of us. Father, early this morning, we believe, loving Father, that you are with us once again, Father, using as your instrument, our brother Randy, loving Father, to share once again, Father, your inspiration to each and every one. Father, also we are praying, Father, for all blessed parents, loving Father, also, who haven't joined yet, loving Father, that they could also wake up and be reminded, Father, of our schedule today. Father in heaven, we pray that you could bless each one of us who are here in the Zoom as well as in the YouTube link, loving Father. We pray that you could bind our hearts together, Father, to once again feel your presence and feel your love, loving Father. So, Father, please allow us, loving Father, to open our hearts, our mind, so that, Father, whatever things that we have received once again this morning, Father, will become an inspiration and even, Father, a thing, Father, that we could share to other people in our whom we are meeting, Father, every day, especially in our family, loving Father, our relatives, in our mission as well, loving Father. So, Father in heaven, please guide us, loving Father, from beginning to end of this session that we have, from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, loving Father, this morning. So that, loving Father, we could be full, Father, of your knowledge and even, Father, of your wisdom and even, Father, your inspiration. For we believe, loving Father, we are nothing without you. We are nothing, Father, without your guidance, without your love, loving Father. That's the main reason why every day, every second of our life, every minute, loving Father, we are always been longing, Father, for your presence, loving Father. So, Father, please guide us, Father, so that we could do more, Father, for your will. Thank you once again, Father, for this great opportunity. Thank you, Father, for this great responsibility also that you have given to us. For us, Father, to share your love through your words, loving Father, through the lectures that we are listening once again, or to listen once again, loving Father. So, Father, once again, we thank you so much, Father, for this great opportunity that we could be together, Father, this early morning. Thank you so much, and I want to offer these prayers. In our name, Alan and Tasumawan, Central Blessed Family, this we pray. Adieu. Adieu. So, good morning to each and everyone. Good morning, Sir Randy. Good morning,
Morning, ma'am.
Ate Relina. Good morning, Ate Sitsoki, and also others who are viewing in the YouTube link. Uh, Sister Emily will supposed to be the supposedly she will be the one to host, but I guess he didn't wake up at this. Didn't wake up yet. So anyway, as we go along, we will just start with our lecture. Anyway, this is we have also a YouTube link. You can view it later again for those who haven't wake up this morning. So, Sir Randy, can we start now for the lecture? Thank you.
Okay, good morning, brothers and sisters. Kumusta po ang how's your morning?
Little bit mahina po, kuya. Medyo mahina po.
Hello po. Ayan po, ma'am. Better na po.
Opo. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, once again, good morning, everybody, and welcome to our bi-monthly session for us to be refreshed with our how we could really become the effective instrument of spreading of God and true parents vision to our community. So allow me to share my screen. So this is one part of the blessing seminar that we are giving every time that we have a seminar for matching candidate. So the presentation that we'll be discussing today is before finding the right person, be the right person first. The reason why I chose this topic is because we all think that even though we are already married, even though we already have our partner being blessed already, still we have that mindset of is this the person right for me? Okay. So it's really important that we have to understand this because from here we can really see uh, we can really create a better direction for us as a couple, and we can also guide our children to a better way of life. So, is it already showing? Okay. Ayan. So, this is the topic that we will be discussing. Before finding the right person, be the right person first. So, to begin with, we all know that nowadays, in our time right now, um, this is what is happening around us, most especially in terms of relationship. Either pre-marriage or even after marriage, this happens. Okay? So many people today easily change partners after every failed relationship, as if they are just changing clothing. They say that they haven't found the right one yet, so they keep on looking. Okay? But the question is, what are they really looking for? Ano ba talaga yung hinahanap nila, or what are they looking for the person that they wanted to be? Okay? So there's so many things that they said that they're looking for. They're looking for the best person, they're looking for the right person for them. They are looking for what we call quote unquote ideal person, my ideal partner. But what is really, how does an ideal partner look like? Okay? So we keep on looking, but actually the truth is we don't know what we are looking for. Does it make sense, brothers and sisters? Adyo po? Yeah. So even in our relationship as a couple, sometimes uh, we are always looking for a certain quality that we wanted to see into our partner. But what are we really looking for that quality as a quality of a good partner? Okay? So, and according to most expert about relationship, they said to be their expert of relationship. Okay, because they are advisors for married couples or even pre-married couples, pre-marriage advisory. Okay, so they said, according to Gloria Steinem, one of Canada's relationship expert, far too many people are looking for the right person instead of trying to be the right one. Okay. So many people actually they are looking for, they said, I am looking for the right person for me. But the question is, have they tried to become the right person for the person that they're looking for? Okay. Another is from Tom Robbins. He said, we waste time looking for the perfect lover instead of creating the perfect love. We even spend time that waiting for us to make our partner become the right one for us, or for our partner to give us love instead of creating the perfect one. So this is the situation that we have. This is the scenario that we are in, either before marriage or even after marriage. We always wanted to receive something, to get something, but we never think of, I should become the one who will do it. Okay? So, in line with this one, we have to understand that actually what we needed to do is to be the right person rather than finding the right one. We should make ourselves prepare ourselves to become the best person for our best partner. Okay? And these are the reason why it is better to be the right person rather than to find the right one. We have to understand that our universe, we are governed by what we call the law of attraction. Okay? We attract what we are. Okay? That's the number one thing that we have to remember. Okay? So, we always attract the complementary, the one that will complete us. It is not the one that what we like. Okay? And secondly is we have to remember that we need to restore the past and heal relationship wound we have inherited. Okay? So it's really important to need for us to restore the past and heal the relationship wound we inherited, because every change of relationship there is what we call wound that we have developed, and instead of bringing that we have to overcome it, and uh, what we call we have to move forward. Sabi nga sabi nga natin sa jargon ng mga kabataan ngayon is we have to move on. Okay? And how can we move on? Number three is we should learn to embrace a lifestyle of living for others and love unconditionally. So these are actually, there are so many reasons why it is better to be the right person rather than to find the right one. But these are the three important points that we have to ponder. We have to look up to. Okay? So let's start. Okay, by understanding how can we attract what we are. Okay? It is said here that if we want a loyal partner, we have to be a loyal person first. If we want a confident partner, we have to build our self-confidence. So if we are looking for a healthy relationship with someone who's loving, faithful, responsible, honest, and all the qualities that we're looking for in a partner, we should have those qualities first. Because we have to understand that uh, we have a saying that birds of the same feather flocks together. Okay, what we do is what we get. If we plant good things, we will harvest good fruits. Okay, if we do good things, we will experience good relationship with others. Adyo po? And we always go along with people that is with the same characteristics or with the same things what we are doing. Okay? Yan. Kaya nga, it is better for us to do something within us first so that we can attract. Like for example, if we want to have blessing, what do we need to do? We have to share first. Okay? We have to give first before we receive. Because if we are already full, there's no room for the thing that will be given to us. It will just be what? Wasted. Okay. So we have to understand that we attract what we are. Just like what Father said. Okay. This is coming from his speech of True Father about our portion of responsibility and the subject word. It was delivered January 5, 1992 in Belvedere, New York. And I quote from that speech. Father said, everything depends upon us first becoming a good children. If we don't do that, then we can't become a good brother, a good spouse, a good parent, or a good parent. Adam and Eve were the father and mother. First, they went through childhood, then brotherhood, then couplehood, then parenthood. So everything depends on us, how we wanted to become good as a child, as a brother, okay, as a elder brother or younger sister, or as a good person, as a member of a family that we have. So that depends on us. First, how much we wanted to become somebody that is giving opportunity for others to experience good things. Either within the family or outside the family, within a relationship of either friends, okay, relatives, or even partners in different aspect in life, most especially in terms of becoming a partner, eternal partner of a relationship of what we call blessed married couples. Okay, so depends on us how much we raise ourselves to become good. It is not somebody else, but it is within us. Okay? So, centering on that, we needed to mold ourselves. Okay? We needed to stand into our ground so that we can really develop something as a personality before we can go out, before we will go into a bigger. That's why we are, first and foremost, we are focused more on inheriting something within our family. So when I say inheriting something within our family, it is not the differences that we can look up, but it is the learning that we can see of blending of two persons together within the family. And that should be the one that we can experience and we can let other people experience, most especially with our children. Okay? They should see the blending of two different personalities of supporting and helping, coexisting and co-developing together so that they can develop a better personality or they can raise themselves the standard of what we call goodness. And that's really very important. Okay? As a parent towards our children, as a husband or a wife to our husband or wife. Aju? Because we always say we attract what we are. So it's better for us to develop a good magnet that will also magnetize good things around us. Aju? So how can we do that? Okay? The first thing that the second thing that we have to remember is we have to overcome it. And when we say overcome it, okay, what does it mean? We need to restore the past. We need to start all over again and then heal the relationship wound we have inherited. Because we all know that many of the relationship problem that we have stem from a unresolved past issues that we have. Just like after separating from parents, child realized that all insecurities are coming from unhealed childhood wounds or unresolved issues from parents and siblings. Usually we carry the baggages that we have. Okay? Kaya nga minsan meron tayong kung wala, ang laki ng problema ko sa pamilya ko, mag-asawa na lang ako. We have that kind of mindset of the people around us today. But it should not be. That should not be. Every start of a relationship, it should be what? It should not carry on the past mistake. What we should be carrying on is the learning that we have raised from the past. Aju? Because every situation that we have in the past, it is not really a masabi natin na bad fortune. Ano yun? It is a learning and it is a developmental or educational towards becoming a better person in preparation for another relationship. That's why one example that we can see here is as a youngest child in the family, I always look for attention, for love and validation from somebody which I did not get from my family when I was a child. And also, we learn to heal our broken hearts before we enter a new relationship instead of carrying all our emotional baggage to our future relationship. Most especially, if you are already a parent, don't bring in the, the, the misery that we have in the past. Give opportunity for our children to experience a new environment. Okay? Kaya nga ang goal natin is we wanted to give them a better future. And how can we give them a better future if we within ourselves is we cannot resolve the issues that we have. Okay? That's why it's really important that we have to overcome first. Okay? Restore the past and heal the relationship wound that we have in the past. Okay? We have to really start afresh. Okay? Start anew. Okay? And then begin a new relationship. Relationship out of the baggages and out of the past experiences that we have. Okay? But what we will be bringing is the learning that we have developed, we have received from the experiences that we have. Because we all know that in school we are given a test. We are given a lesson and given a test, right? But we all know that in life, okay, we are given a lesson. We are given a test that will teach us a lesson. Adyo po? So we have to always bring in the lesson that we have learned more than the test that we have experienced. Okay? That's why it's really important that we have to think of how of healing the past. And how can we heal the past? Learn from the good things that we can get from the past. Don't dwell into the problem, but dwell into the solution of the problem. Okay? So that we can heal the past and we can live the present, and ultimately we can dream for the future. Okay. Lagi nga nating sinasabi, di ba? Every time that we wake up in the morning, we always say that it is a fresh new start. So, pag sinabi nating fresh new start, what does it mean? Is it carrying all the baggages that we have? Or starting with a fresh mind, free of everything, free of things that is bothering us, and then start all over again? That's why Father always say we have to learn how to forgive and forget. Forgive and forget that it happened. Just like for husband and wife. If there is a fighting before going to bed, when you wake up in the morning, it seems that nothing happened last night. Okay? But we should show our affection and connection so that our children can learn how to be connected and to develop a good affection with others. Okay? So what does that mean? We have to, it shows here, we have to learn how to heal the family pattern that we have. Okay? So that we can start a new beginning, a new fresh. That's why Father give us the blessing. Why Father give us, put us into a matching way of getting into marriage. Because we are healing the past. We are changing the pattern of family. The chain of how do you call that? The chain of not good event into our family. Okay? So that will be stopped and we can start for a new beginning of a family pattern. Centering on a God-centered pattern of life. Okay? So that is the reason why we receive the blessing. That is the reason why Father is pushing us that we have to educate other people to receive the blessing, so that we can stop the chain of problematic relationship from the past and then start a new beginning. Aju? That's why we needed a strong determination. Okay? Again, from Father's speech, restoration from the origin and rebirth are for myself. Okay? This is also delivered September 20, 1992, Belvedere, New York. Okay? Father said, "You must say, with my own hands, I am going to build God's house. I am going to form God's family. I am going to make God's realm prosper. I want to build God's own country, God's own word, God's own people, and wipe all the sorrow from God's eyes. Unless you do that, you cannot liberate God. Only if you are determined to become like Reverend Moon can you truly follow me. Can you understand that? Do you want to do that?" So Father is saying here that we have to own and become one with it. With our determination, with our commitment, it is not just in mind. We should put it in action. Okay? We have to take ownership. Okay? We have to we have to we have to become the molder of what we call better future. That's why it is important that we have to have a strong determination that no matter what happened, I have to be the person God is looking for. And that is what the determination of true father is. Diba? This is the determination of father when he is suffering in Hungnam prison. He's not looking at it as a suffering, but it is a way of building the kingdom of heaven. So likewise with us. Okay? We should not pass the past event of ungood or unfortunate event that we have in the past, but we should pass a good story, good moment, happy moment, good relationship, and build a brighter future, not only for us but even for our next generation. So we have to become the true owner. That's why we always said in our pledge, right? That centering on true love, we will become the person God wanted to be, not what Satan wanted me to push on. Okay? So we have to stand on God's ground. And how do we stand on God's ground? We have to change. We have to restore the past, who we are, and we have to transform to become a better. That's why we needed to be connected. We needed to be engrafted. So when we say engrafted is from the old self we have to shed the old self. And then we have to bring in a new, a better person. Okay? Dealing in with and looking at every situation not on our own judgment of looking at it negatively, but looking at it in a learning process so that we can develop a better and good relationship with each other as a couple, as a parent, as a friend, or any relationship that we can have in our community. Okay? So that we can build, okay? We can build and we can develop what we call Heavenly Parents community in our community. Okay? And in order for us to do this, we have to learn how to embrace a new lifestyle. What kind of lifestyle? A lifestyle of living for others. And change the unconditional love that we have with the conditional love, I'm sorry, with what we call unconditional love. So we have to understand that if you are alone, it is not a what? It is not a punishment. That's why he said, being single while preparing for a lifetime partner or while in a lifetime partner is not a punishment, but it is an opportunity. And what is that opportunity? Okay? There is a purpose why every relationship ended, and it's because we need to learn something and do and to change ourselves to be better. We need to evaluate ourselves to learn from our mistakes and avoid them in the future. We need to be comfortable with ourselves first so that we know if we are looking for someone because we love them or because we were just lonely. So what does this mean? This means that old habits should be shed off and we have to carry on a new habit. And what kind of new habit? Evaluative way of new habit. New habit. We have to learn to change. Okay? And we have also to change to learn. Okay? So we have to embrace a new lifestyle. That's why Father is giving us an opportunity to be engrafted to Him by continuously studying. We have what we call hondoke, receiving guidance. Okay? That's why we started by developing a principle of our life. And what is that? The divine principle. It is a principle that comes from God, not the common principle that we can see in our environment, but first and foremost, principle that comes from God. Principle of harmonious relationship and living together with and coexisting together and co-development together. And that is learning to embrace a new lifestyle. Remove the old habits that we have. And then carrying on receiving new habits. That's why Jesus Christ said 2,000 years ago that a new wine must be put into new wineskin. Okay? Before we can receive a new habit, we have to shed off first the old habits that is not productive. Okay? And then start with a new one. So singlehood, okay, is the time to work on ourselves. Discover our potentialities to give unconditionally. Be the person that we're looking for and to give ourselves the love, attention, and time that we failed to receive before. Not only being within singlehood, but in every new relationship, that is the time for us to work and discover our potentialities of how much we can give. Okay? How much we wanted to offer something, not being bragged by the past that we have, but start a new beginning. Okay? That's why every new relationship that we have, it is the end point of the past relationship and the beginning point of a new way of life. Kaya kung titingnan natin, it is a change of it's a shift. Okay? Shift for better, not shift for the worse. And that is the purpose why relationship ends and then why relationship have to be renewed every time that we go into one relationship to another. Okay? That's why it's really important that the different relationship that we have from childhood up to becoming a parent, okay, that is a training ground for us to adjust from one relationship to another. So that we are really be prepared when we go to an eternal relationship together with God. Not as individual, but as a couple. Because God's perfection is through the harmonious relationship of a man and a woman. And we all know that we are all the result of the communion of one man and one woman. The union of one sperm and one egg cell together. Coming together in harmony. That's why our purpose is for us to unite, starting with our mind and body, to discover our potentialities and to develop a better and brighter future, not as individual but coexisting with people around us and everything that we can see around us. That's why Father said, okay, you only need to follow the path of true love, the heavenly way, and practice a life of sacrifice and service that is for the sake of others. This is the path that will bring about the explosion of God's love. It is the path to develop and expand God's lineage, and the path to preserve God's blood lineage forever. So we have to have a determination that I will not change no matter what the circumstances is. I will continue on this path. We have to learn from how much how much Isaac totally submit himself to his father. That's why Father always said absolute obedience, absolute faith, absolute obedience, absolute sacrifice, and absolute love. We should have that kind. When we say absolute, it should never change, even though the environment may change. So it's really important that we have to develop ourselves to become what we call the Mr. and Miss Right. Okay? And for us to become the Mr. and Miss Right, we have to become the true owner of what we call the true love culture. What does the true love culture mean? Okay, it means that a person who keeps his or her purity of mind and body before marriage. Before going into a relationship, we have to have that kind of pure mind and body. Another is a person who realizes the value of love and sex. We all know the value of love is what? Extending or expanding the lineage of God. And that can only happen through what we call sexual relationship. That's why there is what we call absolute sex ethics for one man and one woman relationship. And that is sexual relationship. And then person who live for the sake of others, or what we call practice a culture of true love. Prioritizing others more than myself. Okay? Looking for how can I give comfortable for others so that I can also be comfortable. Okay? And that is what we call live for the sake of others. And then person who practices fidelity after marriage. Or what we call have a strong commitment. And that is what we call a way to become the Mr. and Miss Right. Or what we call the true owner of the true love culture. So instead for looking for the right person, we have to start becoming the right person. Rather than looking for the perfect love, we have to start practicing and creating what we call perfect love. Okay? Because relationship is not 50-50. Relationship is 100%. Okay, offering, sacrificing everything. And we have to develop to become a better in the future and raising others to become to exist or to be in a better environment for a brighter future that we can see. So these are the three main reasons why it is better for us to be the right person rather than to find the right one. Because our purpose is we have to help each other to prepare for a better future. And we have to always remember that we always attract what we are. Same feather flock together. Okay? Unhealed past is also a trouble in the future. That's why we needed to know how to restore, overcome, and move on. Okay? And then heal the relationship wound that we have. Forgive and forget. And start a new beginning. And in order for us to do that, it is important for us to learn how to embrace a new lifestyle. Accepting and becoming in a new lifestyle that we have. And start to love unconditionally. And once we can do this, once we can actualize this within our life, that's the time that we can make the right preparation so that God will give us the best person right for us. And we can look better, we can see each other in a better place, and we can love each other unconditionally. And this is very important that we have to always think of, even though even though we are already in what we call a relationship of a blessed couple, we have to still always think of, we always attract what we are. And we needed to overcome the past and start a new beginning. And the reason why we are matched together, we receive the blessing is because we wanted to practice a lifestyle of living for the sake of each other and to experience love unconditionally. So I hope that with that, we can start to see a new perspective of relating with each other, relating with our husband or wife, relating with our children, relating with our friends, and relating with everything that we can see around us, either human person or any other living creatures that we can see in our environment. So good morning to everybody.
Maraming salamat po, Randy, for that great lecture that we receive again today. Wala pa rin sila na. Yeah. We need to become a right person first before we find the right person. So, ibig sabihin, we need to be ideal. Kung gusto nating ideal na partner, kailangan tayo magiging maunang ideal. So I guess this is now the moment for us also to share our reflection sa lahat po, lalong-lalo sa mga kasama natin ngayon dito sa Zoom. So let us welcome Ate Relina to share her reflection for this morning. Good morning, Ate Relina. Thank you so much for coming. It's all yours, Ate. Anyways, for 4:14 natapos. So meron pa tayong ilang minutes, 1 hour and 30 minutes. So anyway, we can share together.
1 hour and 46 minutes.
And then also, we have also companions in the YouTube. So I guess you can also listen to the reflections of those who are in the Zoom. Thank you and take it away, Ate Relina.
May iniisip ko, paano yan? Sabi ko, paano yan? Wala naman akong partner. Nandiyan, sabi ni Sir Randy. Naalala ko sabi niya ni Sir Randy.
Sabi mo lang.
Hindi naman talaga siya nawawala. Kundi, nandiyan na nga siya 24 hours a day. Parang ganun sabi ni Sir Randy. Dapat mo isipin nandiyan na siya 24 hours a day. Parang ano ba yan? Parang nagkatotoo yung panaginip ko yung panaginip ko before na match kami, diba? Just before the matching. Nagkatotoo yung panaginip ko. After kasi the after the cancellation of my fifth match, sabi ko dun sa ayoko munang magpakita dyan sa headquarters. Sabi kong gano'n. Ayoko tinatanong ako kung nangyari sa aking matching ay sa aking blessing. Sabi kong gano'n. Kasi, ayun. But then, dumating yung time na gusto ko pag natapos na yung meron kasing application, ongoing na application at that time is that ayoko magpakita kasi ako tatanungin dahil ayoko nang parang napagod na akong mag-apply ng blessing. Parang gano'n, ayoko na. Parang gano'n. So, sabi ko, hindi ako magpapakita dyan hanggat hindi pa natatapos yung matching. Gano'n. Pero dumating yung panahon na God's anniversary ng God's coronation. Parang sabi ko, wala namang kinalaman si God dun sa predicament ko ngayon Parang gano'n. So dapat ako sa I cannot hindi ko ma-separate yung sarili ko. Wala namang kinalaman si God dun sa problema ko. So dapat pumunta ako sa God's coronation. At least present ako doon. Yun sabi ko. So, na-set up ko na talagang pupuntan na lang ako. Tapos aalis na lang kaagad ako. Basta attend ako ng anniversary. Di ba, para siyang holiday, after ng pledge service, uwi na ako. Parang wala akong matatanong. Hindi ako matatanong. Ganun yung plan ko. But before naman...
Hit and run, parang ganun.
Yan. Before na nangyari yun, grabe, nagbantay ako ng lolo ko. Kasi at that time, hindi na alam ng lolo ko yung pumunta ako sa bayan ng tita ko, pero sabi ko talaga sa tita ko, tita, maaga akong aalis, kasi babantayin ko si tatang, pero maaga akong aalis, kasi Yun. Before na siguro na naginip talaga ako. Hindi ako pinayagan ni God na, hindi ka pwedeng hindi Yun yung ko. Na naginip ako na at that time hindi pa natin 2001 yun eh. Hindi 2001 or 2002. 2002 na January, di ba? Coronation, God's coronation. Sabi niya gano'n, hindi pa natin masyadong sinasabi ni Father about Foundation Day, pero hindi ko alam na Foundation Day yun noon. Parang napanaginipan ko na kaagad yung Foundation Day kasi parang may occasion, everybody is wearing ba yun? Tawag dito, wedding gowns and wedding suit, di ba? All people are doon is wedding yung the picture of holiday nga, yung Foundation Day, parang gano'n. Pero hindi ko alam ng Foundation Day. Akala ko, doon sa panaginip ko, mga ancestors ko yon, and then may basta lahat naka-wedding gown, naka-wedding suit, ganyan. Tapos sabi nung boys, prepare na kayo, sabi niya gano'n. According to your faith, go to the right or go to the left. Parang gano'n, go to the right or go to the left. Tapos sabi ko ganun, go to the right or go to the left, grabe. So, syempre, alam natin kung yung right, papuntang heaven, yung left, papuntang hell. Also, yung ganun, yung mga members, tingin ko mga members and ancestors ko, is that, mga members is, unti-unti silang nag-line up, meron pumupunta, pero sa gitna muna sila, meron pumupunta sa left, pumupunta sa right. Parang nahihiyan muna, ganun kasi tayo eh. Ako naman nagpapahuli. Parang ganyan. Pero alam ko, dahil hindi nga ako magpapabless, sabi ko, hindi na ako magka-apply. Alam ko, pupunta ako ng hell. Tapos merong isang doon sa panaginip ko, merong isang brother doon. May isang brother na, sa tingin ko, kinakainisan ko yung brother na yun eh. Parang nainis ako doon kasi alam ko, kahit sa panaginip ko, yung pakiramdam ko, kahit saan ako pumunta, susundan ako noon. Parang gano'n. Susundan ako. Doon sa panaginip ko, gano'n ng Kaya naiinis ako sa kanya kasi naiinis ako doon kasi nga alam ko na Tapos nung towards the end, yung patapos na, di ba? Yung pila papunta doon, yung brother, hindi siya nakatiis. Sabi niya, tinanong niya ako, bakit gusto mo sa hell? Bakit gusto mo pumunta sa hell? Sabi niya gano'n. And that was the time na hindi ko na siya nasagot doon. Nagising na ako, then iyak ako ng iyak. Iyak ako, siguro mga 30 minutes to 1 hour ako umiiyak. Tapos na sinagot ko yung tanong ng brother na, paano hindi nga ako magpapabless? Paano ako mapupunta ng heaven? E di hell ako. Parang gano'n. Yun. Pero tapos sabi ko gano'n. Tapos doon ko na-realize, that time kasi yung araw na yun, yung last day ng application for matching. Parang gano'n. For pagsasubmit. Tapos sabi ko gano'n. Tapos naisip ko, grabe ayaw yata ng mga ancestors ko na naisip ko yung mga tao doon, mga ancestors ko. At ayaw kong payagan na hindi magpa-match, para ganun. Dahil ang bigat-bigat talaga ng dibdib ko. Nung pagkatapos sige na nga, magpapamatch na nga ako. Parang ganun. So nung pagkasabi ko ng ganun, na grabe yung bigat ng pakiramdam ko na parang gumaya yung pakiramdam ko, parang ganyan. Tapos sabi ko, yun lang pala ang gusto eh. Parang masama yung pakiramdam ko. Di, papamatch na ako, para gano'n, mag-aaway na ako. Tapos parang gano'n. Tapos doon ko na-realize, sabi ko gano'n, bakit hindi ko pala tinignan kasi yung brother? Yung itsura ng brother, hindi ko tinignan. Grabe, hindi ko talaga tinignan yung itsura ng brother. At doon ako, napalitan ng inis sa sarili ko, ba't hindi ko tinignan yung brother? Hindi ko kita yung mukha ng brother. Pero yun, sa panaginip ko. Pagkatapos nun, edi, na-match ako after that, parang ganyan. Nung papunta na ako ng Iligan, doon pa lang sa airport, nagdadalawang isip ako. Pag, pag touch ko ng ground talaga, nisip ko, ay, ayoko na dito kasi Mindanao di ba? Ayoko na dito. Parang parang gusto ko nang bumalik ka agad, mag-rebook ugly ng aking war zone to pa ako nandito. Parang ganon. And then yun. Pagka parang meron akong second thought, di ba? Yan. Pag gamit ko ng second thought. Pero pag nung nandoon na, finally na-meet ko na si Ray Dolendo. Ang una niyang sabi kasi sa akin, meron siyang ginawang tawag doon, scenario na sabi niya susundin niya ako pero si Leo Carumba yung Tapos habang sinasabi ni Leo, ate, pasensya na hindi daw makakapunta si kuya kasi nga kasi may trabaho siya para ganyan. Yun ang pangako niya sa akin. Sabi niya, susunduin ako para gano'n. Tapos, so sinalo naman ng isang sister, yung asawa ni Bernard. Tapos sabi niya gano'n, hindi, ayan siya ate sabi niya para gano'n. So napansin siguro na nagbago yung facial expression ko dahil tapos sabi nung hindi ayan siya, sabi niya gano'n. Una sinabi sa akin ni Ray is that kumusta para gano'n. Ang the first words na sinabi niyang kumusta is that ang una kong na-realize kaagad, the same voice, he has the same tone ng voice dun sa panaginip ko. Grabe, sabi ko gano'n. Yung brother na kinakainisan ko. So, yun. Kaya naalala ko nung sinabi ni Sir Randy na sabi ko sa kanya, pati yung all throughout our parang mas allergic ako sa asawa ko kaysa sa mas allergic ako. Sa lahat kasi ng kamatch ko, siya yung lahat nung past experience ko sa parang siya sa kanya kasi iniisip ko, ka lang din lang naman magka-cancel ka din naman. Parang gano'n. Iniisip ko palagi magka-cancel in connection dun sa yung past relationship na sinasabi natin, past relationship. Niisip ko na magka-cancel ka din naman, parang gano'n. Kaya allergic ako sa kanya. Kumbaga, of all the mga namat sa akin, mabait ako sa kanila, sa kanya lang ako salbahe sa asawa ko. And all throughout dun sa namin, ganun ako sa kanya, yung bang I have been that ang sa mga Bisaya yata tawag nila doon maldita ako sa kanya. So once nasabi ko nga mas salbahe ako, kung pasalbahian din ang usapan, mas salbahe ako sa asawa ko kasi I've been like that. I have been maldita to my husband. All throughout nung nabubuhay pa siya. Mas madalas akong maldita kaysa sa So I regret that, parang ganon. Buti na lang sabi ko nga, yung 7 days na magkasama kami sa hospital, mas madalas kami magko-holding hands. Diba? Something na hindi namin nagawa nung magkasama kami, nung okay yung situation, ganyan, madalas kami magka-holding hands, diba? So, I have that, and I was grateful to God and for that, ibig ko sabihin, hindi ko hindi grateful ako doon na we have the chance to hold each other's hand, parang gano'n, na hindi namin madalas ginagawa. Kasi nga sabi ko nga, feeling namin, yun, natatanda na namin, parang gano'n. So, ganun yung palagi namin isip, we don't even say I love you, parang ganyan, di ba? Yun, wala kaming endearment, wala kaming honey, wala kaming sweetheart, parang gano'n. Minsan binibiro niya ako, honey, sugar, mga gano'n sinasabi niya, iniinis lang ako, di ba? Pero, so, those are the things na pero we have our own way of showing our affection to each other. Hindi lang nga katulad ng usual na sinasabi nila na meron nga kami endearment na ganyan. tawag nga nun sa akin, mother eh. O, mami, ang tawag ko sa kanya, daddy. So, yun. So, even all of those, yun yung away namin, yung kinakainisan ko sa kanya, yung naka-face niya ang ngiti, para sa akin kasi nakakaloko yun eh. Kahit hindi na, hindi na, hindi na nakakatuwa yung situation, nakangiti pa rin siya, o diba? So, hindi ko maintindihan kung ano yung pinagngingiti niya. So, even those, moment na, when he died, when he goes to the spirit world, I miss those things, di ba? Parang iniisip ko, parang kabaliktaran ng lahat. Parang okay na lang sa akin na, parang siniisip ko na okay na lang sa akin na nakakainis siya mas madalas, parang gano'n. At least buhay siya, parang gano'n. So that is my regret, parang gano'n. So to all the blessed na nandiyan pa, you are lucky, and then don't miss yung chance to be to show each other's love, parang ganon. That something na na hindi namin nga nagawa. Pero I am really grateful. Sabi ko nga, sa 7 days na yon, we hold each other's hand, parang ganyan. And then, even malayo kami at that time, naghuhunduke kami dun sa, kasama namin sa Althea. And amazingly, nung nandoon kami sa ganon, even yung katabi namin na parang din namin na later on, nagpapatugtog na sila ng ng song of praise, gano'n, nung naririnig nila naggaganon kami. Tapos bisan, meron na overheard ko pa nga na I have been isang bagay na kinakantahan ko yung asawa ko ng holy song, parang ganyan. So yun yon. And somehow talaga sinasabi niya, tapos naririnig, syempre, di ba? Nasa public hospital kami, konti lang pagitan, dinig talaga yung nangyayari dun sa kabilang bed, di ba? Naririnig nila. And then we somehow spread the virus there na later on, nung naririnig nilang kumakanta, parang sinasabi pa nga noon sabi, sino ba yung nandun sa dulo na yon? Parang ganun, sino ba yung mga yan? Parang ganun sila. Pero later on, they are playing their own song of praises na, parang ganun. So, yun, nagpapatugtog sila na whereas hindi naman ako nagpapatugtog, kundi kumakanta ako, kinakantaan ko yung asawa ko. So, yun, ng holy songs, parang gano'n. So, yun yung mga nangyari na na dun sa namin. Maraming magagandang bagay pa rin sa 7 days na yon, even though sinasabi natin na it was a desperate moment for us, pero as I see those days, I mean, I'm still very grateful kasi maraming and even sa pandemic, palagi ko naman sinasabi kay Ray yun papasalamat ka during this pandemic, 18 months kami nagkasama, which is never happens in normal days na walang pandemic. Ang pinakamatagal namin magkasama ng asawa ko is yung 6 months nung try ako magbuntis kay Althea, hanggang sa 4 months akong buntis na sa kanya, 3 months akong buntis sa kanya, saka ako umuwi dito sa Manila. So, para bumalik sa work. So, yun. Compared to that, yung pandemic, naging 18 months kami magkasama, di ba? So, that's 1 year and 1 year and 6 months, di ba? So, it's grateful pa rin ako dito sa pandemic kahit na sa amin maraming binigay sa amin na good things. There are a lot to be thankful for dahil sa pandemic. So, yun. Siyempre, dahil hindi lang kaming mag-asawa, at least kasama namin yung anak namin na and then during this pandemic also, before na pumunta sa hospital si Ray sa his daughter, I mean, was able to take care of him most of the time. Siya yung nagtitake care sa tatay niya kasi nga bago namatay yung asawa ko, sabay sila ng mami ko. So ang ano ko, ina-assist ko naman siya na i-take care yung tatay niya, pero mas ang attention ko at that time, yung last 5 days ng mami ko, is that sa mami ko, kasi mas kailangan ng mami ko yung assistant at that time, parang ganun. Although sabay nga, mas nga si Althea, sabay niyang itinitake care yung lola niya at saka yung daddy niya. Pero mas siya sa daddy niya nung before na pumunta kami ng hospital. At siyempre, after na mamatay ng mami ko, one day after that, kay daddy na siya yung attention niya na lahat, parang ganun. So, kaya siguro si Ray, sinasabi niya na he wanted to go home kasi nandun yung anak niya, parang ganun. Kasama niya ako at saka yung anak niya na mag-take care sa kanya. Siguro he wanted to go home instead sa hospital. Hindi ko lang pinayagan kasi sabi ko, I cannot give yung medical attention na pwedeng ibigay ng hospital. Sabi ko nga ganun, Dad, kahit kaya natin bumili ng 2 oxygen na ganyan kalalaki, sabi ko ganon. Ang magiging problema natin dyan, hindi ko, yung refilling it, sabi ko ganon, hindi ganong kabilis ma-refill yan, just like dito sa hospital, sabi ko ganon. So we need to stay here, sabi ko ganon sa kanya. So, pero palagi niya talagang gustong umuwi. Siguro, ang naisip ko na reason kung bakit niya gustong umuwi, because his daughter is here. He wanted to, siguro, spend yung last time niya sa anak niya together. 3 kami, parang ganun. So, yun. But then, immediately after nung quarantine ko, grabe, yung sinasabi niya, totoo yun na yung 24 hours nandyan siya, parang ganyan. Nandun siya, pagdating ko pa lang dun dun sa, napansin ko talaga dun pa lang sa bed, dun sa hotel, dun sa hotel, parang ganon. Pag naisip ko kasi siya kaagad, parang ganon. Ito yung gusto mo na gusto mo ng ganito, yung okay yung temperature, hindi katulad dun sa tent ng hospital, ganon. Kasi ang init talaga. Naisip ko siya, sorry, hindi ko talaga na-provide to sa'yo. Kasi nagtatry talaga naman akong maka-transfer ng hospital. I even asked my office mate to yun, kung pwedeng gawan nga ng paraan at that time para mapagbigyan ko na. Sabi ko, if this is yung last time na ito na yung pinakalas niya, at least i-give ko na dapat sa kanya yung yung gusto niya na environment. Pero hindi ko talaga mai-give, wala talaga parang gano'n. So naisip ko siya, pagka upo ko ng gano'n dun sa gilid ng kama, naramdaman ko din talaga parang alam niyo yung mayroong sumampa din sa kabila ng kama na naramdaman ko talaga na may sumampa din doon. Grabe po. Tapos sabi ko, tinatakot mo naman ako takutin. Sabi ko, ganun sa kanya. So, yun. Ilang beses ko naramdaman na gano'n, na sumasampa talaga dun sa bed. Pumuputot talaga siya. Nung bago po din ako umuwi dito sa bahay, pumunta din siya, naramdaman ko din talaga, parang nag-dent talaga yung kabilang side ng bed na may sumampa, parang gano'n. So, yung sinasabi na 24 hours ako susundan talaga na asawa ko. I think totoo yun, nandiyan siya. Pero sinasabi ko nga sa kanya, huwag mo akong tinatakot. Sabi ko gano'n. Hindi ako comfortable. So, ayun yun. So, hindi naman siya nagpaparamdam, parang gano'n. Pero, hindi naman siya nagpaparamdam siya. Paparamdam, tapos sabi ng anak niya, mas yung anak niya sabi niya, Ma, igitin natin si daddy, yakap tayo nga, parang igitin natin si daddy, yun ang palagi niya sinasabi. So I think also, my daughter, hindi lang niya sinasabi, nararamdaman din niya na nandyan yung daddy niya, pero kaya sinasabi niya, ma, yakap tayo para maingit si daddy, para gano'n. So, yun yun. In 24 hours, nagkatotoo yung panaginip ko na susundan ako kahit saan. Yun. Sa panaginip ko na kahit na kahit na wala na siya, hindi yan talaga naman talaga sila. Kasi may returning resurrection, di ba? So, ang gagawin nila is that after wala pa naman silang 40 days, wala pang 40 days eh. Pero after that, di ba bababa pa rin sila because of that's what we learn from our na may returning resurrection at tutulungan tayo. Kasi yun na sabi ko nga during the one of the morning devotion, kahit na we will try to our best to still achieve the chonbo na yung sinasabi ni together with my daughter with they help ng asawa ko na nasa spirit world through returning resurrection. Yun lang po. Salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Ate Relina. You are a living testimony sa lahat ngayon na buhay pa ang mga partners na pinapakita talaga na we need to value each moment. Kasi hindi natin alam ang panahon ng buhay natin. Kaya nga yung marami tayong ideal na nasa isip natin na gusto ko ganito, gusto ko siya, ganit yan. Pero there are lots of dissatisfaction sa ating mga partners. Pero kung titignan natin ang reality, no? Every moment na we are together with our partners, lalo sa atin as blessed couples, it is very important yung value niya. Saka lang natin ma-value yung mga moments na yun kapag wala na. Yan ang naano ko sa sharing mo, Ate Relina, na karamihan actually, mas especially kahit blessed, maraming time na quarreling or misunderstanding, dissatisfaction, complain. Yun ang mga naka-embed minsan sa ating mga relasyon, kaya na minsan nawawala yung saysay ng prinsipyo sa ating buhay. But this is another thing again, the lecture of Kuya Randy this morning is, it reminds that if you wanted to have such ideal partner, we need to really first assess ang sarili natin. Am I like that? What I'm desiring for is also, am I also like that? So parang ganun. So ano ko ba na-amaze ako sa iyo, kay Ate Relina, kasi ang bilis ng adjustment. Ang bilis ng pagtanggap, it's because of the principle. Kung ibang tao na yan, it takes months, years. But because we understand that there is life after this life, then we believe na madali na lang nating anahin. Pero ito ngayon, ang saysay ng ating lecture sa morning na ito is the value of our partners while we are living together. Kasi iba na rin yung life natin after this life eh. Hindi na natin magawa rin yung mga dapat nating gagawin together with our physical body. Kaya these are all opportunities actually. These are all blessings to us na bawat segundo, bawat oras, sa bawat araw sa ating buhay together with our partner, our spouse is a great blessing and a great opportunity. Kaya ako, mapalad ako kay forever together. nagdaan na rin kami ng yung pag madalas na nagkasama kayo, madalas din makita mo yung mga imperfections eh. Hanggang sa ano mo na lang, maka-adjust ka na lang. And then you try also to be immunized. May immune ka na lang sa mga bagay-bagay hanggang sa parang nawala na lang. Habang tayo tumatanda, nawawala na lang din. And then, yun nga, sabi nga ni Ate na, grateful pa rin kay may chance sila na been together because of the COVID, because of pandemic. May mga lahat ng bagay actually there are positive things na dinudulot sa ating buhay. Kaya good for us. You come to realize how important the moment we are together with our spouse. So, thank you ate for, iba-iba talaga rin yung nagsasalita na experience mo na. Kaya yung you have a spouse and then nawala siya. During the time you are together, parang wala lang, parang ano lang ba, ng daming mga, pero kung nung nawala na siya, for the last moment na mawawala na siya, yun na yung pinaka-value and pinaka-memorable thing sa inyong relasyon ba. Parang yung time na about na mawawala na si Kuya for, actually, I've been observing Kuya during the time of Handoke. Palagi ko siyang na ano, talaga nag-comment siya. Actually, very tangible yung ano niya parang nagpapaalam na rin siguro at that time kasi parang lahat ng mga brothers and sisters nakikita, ibang-iba ba yung siya ang una, nandyan palagi, siya mauuna, siya rin ang nagko-comment. Positive man din mga comments na palagi, ganun. So, those things na, kaya nga sa atin din, as ngayon may physical body tayo, pero hindi natin alam kung kailan din tayo. Kaya sabi ko nga minsan, maraming nararamdaman na ngayon. We are getting ready for it also. Na any moment kasi, hindi natin alam ang ano natin eh. Kaya, good for us. We come to really realize now our value while we have our physical body, especially sa atin na meron pang mga partners. So, let's enjoy life. Enjoy together with our spouse, Brother Randy, to Ate Setsoko habang meron tayong mga partners. So, Ate Relina also is another stage of overcoming and another stage sa life niya also. Kasi maganda kayo, may nag-work na sa spiritual world, may mag-work na sa physical world, like father, through mother and through father. So, it's already merong connection na sa spiritual and the physical world. That's another beauty of her stage now. Nakagaya na through father na sa spirit world. Then, so communication still is going on and then we believe na hindi tayo nag-iisa palagi. So there is sa aking pagtingin dyan is yung pag-travel ni Kuya sa spirit world is another thing na there is a great mission again to connect the spirit world and the physical world. Yun yung ano natin sa ating pledge. So let's move forward for it na mas greater and we are praying for you to become chombo victors also ate because I believe Kuya is also the thing na he is also looking forward before. Kaya I believe mas madali na ngayon. Lalong-lalo kung ma-liberate ang mga ancestors, we can testify. I know Ate Setsoko also can testify on that. Na after liberation of the 430, ang feeling natin hindi tayo nag-iisa. Ang daming mga forces. I can testify also now. Ngayon ko lang din naintindihan na ngayon nafe-feel ko yung mga bagay-bagay na ganito. Kaya congratulations for being in that stage, Ate. Having the connection now in the spiritual and the physical world together with Kuya and you. So we are praying for the great success of our journey and your journey also. So at this point, I believe Ate Setsoko can also share. Good morning, Ate Setsoko. Good morning po.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ate. Thank you for coming.
Then,
I know you can also share to us your inspiration, Ate. Welcome po.
So, very true, no? It's Zoom. So, I don't know what I can say. Mga 2 times or 3 times I missed this meeting before the September pa na. I doing and very good feeling. I wanted to join all the time, but the time of Jumbo, very hard schedule. So not I missed 2 or 3 times for this meeting. And then today I attend only 4 naman ng participants, I was thinking maybe YouTube na lang. But last night, really, I'm determined to join this meeting. So, and then connecting to the uh, message, I really, even though the partner, what is this is also, partner to math, but also not only the partner or the things facing. For example, this day now facing Zoom attending, and then I was expecting to many join participants, but only four na naman. So I will what will do? Oh, this time I match with this Zoom meeting. So what really got message through this, I feel, and then really even our foreign nature is always thinking for the kids. Even still this time, expecting to somebody to give a good, uh, good, but really even we know that we need to give first uh, to give and take, but really forget always thinking and the seed. So I realized for the Zoom meeting or whatever meeting, it's very important is output. So not in the, of course, that very important input. What is the message give to Landy today? But it's those who watching YouTube compare with this feeling or attendance. Really, who share it's not so easy to share. If possible, to avoid to share. But if really want to develop myself, give. It means many kind of give to share for output is also that the very important I really feel. So that's why I'm still I said that I was planning to go out YouTube, but I really feel so. And then this is very good opportunity early in the morning, and then that's why so many people today also now and they want to invite, but this situation is only very, I don't know how, I know that the heart of the host is really very hard to uh, people. But the uh, we can try to invite others, and then this time also that very grateful for this sister uh, Elena, that testimony is really it's very rare a testimony about who partner ahead. to the spiritual world. So it's very happy to listen the testimony. It's really not so easy, her situation, but I'm very telling for the grateful. I really feel that how much our heavenly parents and true parents proud to them. And even though I can understand, but still in that struggling with my partner, and then maybe in the some quarrel and fighting, and sometimes in my mind, if tomorrow we will go to the spiritual world and in the way of fighting and then sleep, and in the morning if not wake up, he could not wake up. I what will do? Sometimes like this kind of feeling will come. So always should love the partner, but the emotion is sometimes uh, cannot control. So the fantasy feeling still already in next year, 2022, will be 30 years of the blessing anniversary. Already 30 years that the true parents much for us. Still, sometimes think that mali si true father. Mali siguro mag-partner ko pala. Like this feeling will come out, but really because still we cannot unite, even sampok couple pa, but still cannot unite because I was still trying to receive what the this morning really not expect to the much to someone. To somebody on something or the situation to be good partner. I was really I wish that my life of faith always trying to in the hand or in the surface in the surface looks grateful, and but in the deep in my mind it was still trying to receive. That's the big big problem of always we can have problem. So if really we can practice always giving the any time, any situation, any person, that there will be no problem. Always can understand that the parents, our heavenly parents' heart. So the simple say the give and take action, no? That in the divine principle, but the very deep meaning of the give and take. So this is a really universal law and give and take. So I hope hope that I don't know somebody YouTube listening with the YouTube somebody come to the Zoom and want to ask to share even myself that then not Wi-Fi and then my data. It's better YouTube more, hindi mang ano gastos man data. Zoom is very fast to ubos na data. YouTube na lang, so on my mind. But really to share is different feeling. That's for myself. It's better to output. Always that I'm trying to, even this time the Sunday service, it's just it's receiving on the watching in the uh, from HQ giving, but not sharing. So it's if we gather many Sunday service gather, it's a possibility to share. But if only in the family watching in the uh, YouTube on Sunday service or morning devotion, it's I hope that we also need to share in my family. It's important. And then another top anyway, many time naman. So I was thinking for the few months before I wanted to attend the meeting because I was really thinking about BFD, and then I saw that some Japanese side of the lecture, their elders giving lectures about, as we know that women in the family, women is very important. Mother is important. But that according to Japanese or lecturer, they said, of course, especially in the child is very small. Mother is very important, but in the when become big, father position is very important, especially the anak is boy. That's the about the topic this. So I want to ask request Lande for because in Japan the many already second generation is very big, and then that's some very big problem in Japan this time. So many suicide on the second generation, and the mostly of that suicide photo is boys. That the lecturer said that the big reason is the father's responsibility. In the true parent, especially true father, giving lecture about woman's responsibility, but not so much talk about father's responsibility. But the really mother's love and father's love is different. If really mission that's in Japan, that's the mission. Father is mission, and then don't take care the children. So the one many suicide and doing suicide. It's very painful for that the doing mission, and then the because very busy father to take children. They are trying to the way of course relationship and the husband wife. Uh, I don't know, maybe it is possible to be Philippine is still mga younger pa. the second generation, but it is possible to be same in Japan and other nation too. I hope not follow that. So that's why what I wanted to share for this asking to Landy to also that BFD some and since before the my vision to create that the fathers or brothers group. That's the I really uh, wish even my husband. It's very hard to share the deep heart even to me or maybe that is the common to the uh, maybe some brothers in there, but many of the brothers it's maybe like this. So not like your sisters share kita kita or ganyan, but brothers is a different style. So if possible, can really can bring some elders, brothers, can create some kind of artistical brothers group so that maybe bawas the problem, future problem of this Japan like this case in this time. So one I wanted to share also through this meeting. Thank you very much. That's all.
Thank you so much,
Actually,
Ate, for that very uh, heartfelt sharing. Yeah. Remembering now, this is now the moment for us to remember how far we've gone through with our relationship to our husbands. Sometimes we become the problem. Yeah. So, especially now in the age of our Chombo mission, it, it is this is not the moment to reflect on really how we could really build a good relationship, because through parents, through father always emphasize to us about true love, and where we will start. It is we need to start within our relationship to our spouses. That other blessed families, blessed couples didn't recognize yet this time. But that is where true love starts actually. It's not just being matched, being blessed, have family, but there is a deeper meaning of our being destined to be together as a husband and wife. So if only everybody could understand deeper the meaning of our value as husband and wife. Even both partners also. Sometimes why we complain, there are lots of things that it's not good. That happen in our relationship. It's because we don't know how deep is our connection to that, what true parents is educating us about true love. That's what I'm reflecting now this time. But I myself actually, I went through with so many difficulties in relating also. But I was trained now to for so many years also being together with my husband, because my husband is also another culture like Muslim culture. At it's very very different, unlike Christian to Christian. Because the blood that running in them is different also as what normal Christians are. So it's a very big adjustment. But what I think much more this time is I've gone through it. I've overcome, and then with this age, and then until now that you can come to reach that goal of being a chumbo. It seems it is now a revolution time for us, that I can see also within himself that there is something different now, different, because I don't have much to regret actually, because I've done my best I can to really adjust myself as a wife. Even I cried alone when there are problems, there are some pains, even when I have my children, how to he relate to the thing that could relate to the children, sometimes to a mother's heart, very painful if you can see that your children are being put into very difficult training like that. Especially man is very different to train our children also. Sometimes mother's heart is also painful when you can see that there are sometimes beating or there are sometimes harsh words to the children, and then mother feel pains most. And then I have so many experiences also, even some external things also. So I just put in my mind that there's no way of turning back, but we need to move forward. Yeah, I don't want to give up my blessing. I don't want to go even in coming here in Zamboanga. Actually, there are tremendous experiences of the family. We don't have much. I was employed. I haven't received salary for the time when I was transferred here, and then very difficult. Then my children also pick some marang and then put in the sack and then just do like that just to have money for a very big adjustment in all those things. But then those are all now the ingredients of our life as family, as husband and wife, that we can come to this point wherein through those things, those are all now our memories, never to bring it back anymore. Memories that nobody have experienced it before. So it's a very nice to remember, and then with those things, that is now the moment when difficulties comes, relationship also become more stronger. It is becoming stronger and stronger in husband and wife relationship as well as family with the children. And then this time now I can see that the children are also looking at us up. They are looking at us up. Welcome, James. He's in the YouTube. I
Oh,
invited him. I
Mm,
invited him. He's in the YouTube, one of
mm,
the participants in the YouTube. So anyway, I just continue that after that, James, I will just let James also to share his reflection. So we come up to this point where in the age of almost it's 25 years being together, there are lots of things to remember, even not not good situation or difficulties. Those are now all we just smile sometimes when you remember all those things that you can come up to this point. Then you just smile, and then it seems all the difficulties that we have passed through, it seems it's nothing anymore. It is just an ingredients. Di ba, ate? Ate Sutsuko. And this time that we are now chombo, it is now another stage for us to revolutionize our heart, how we could develop our kind of heart, embracing our husband, embracing our family, embracing the people around us, because being chumbo is not a position, it is a responsibility actually to develop that kind of heart, to understand the ununderstandable things happening around, like true parents. So we don't want to really inherit the kind of heart of our true parents. That's what I'm emphasizing when we are having my reflection. Being chombo is not a position. It's not that you are in the pedestal. No, it is a big responsibility to really accept it, and it is. If we are serious enough, it's really a thing that we need to work it out in embracing everyone, embracing everybody in our life, especially with this short period of time in our life, because most of the chombo victors now are now in the age of 40s, 50s, and 60s. Nobody will be staying here on earth with a very long period. So let's make this moment for us to really develop now more our heart, because this is another thing that this is a challenging one, but it takes a lot of courage and even our determination and much of reflection. So thank you, Kuya Randy, for this great opportunity, because actually if only all blessed families understand this session, That's why even 2 or 3 gathered together, this must be done. This is a very good thing for us, because especially blessed couples now need to really be reminded of the great responsibility we have. And we cannot do it by ourselves, actually. We cannot do it by ourselves. We need people around. We need people, like Kuya Randy. We need your sharing, like Ate Relina, that I could come to realize how important life is when you're together with your husband, and just his husband is just passed away, and he come to realize. And this is a living testimony that how important the relationship of a couple is when we are together, being together, because this will become a history. We cannot bring back anymore this one, the relationship that we are building with our husband physically, with our spouse physically. We cannot. It's another realm again in the spirit world. That's the main reason why we need to. Uh, this is also a welcome, Jesslyn. This is another story of Jesslyn also having a physical husband, but then away from home for so many years. So this is now the moment. The lecture that we are receiving this day is a moment for us to really. It shows to us how valuable every second, every minute of our life with our 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 couple is. That we need to value it. That we need not to regret it when someone will pass away, someone will be away. This is now the moment for us to really give importance and the value of the every seconds, every moment of our togetherness with our couple, right? So I hope that we learn a lot from the lecture. This is done every second and last Saturday, Sunday, Saturday of the month, I think. Yeah, second and the
Second and
Saturday of
last
the month.
Saturday of the month.
Yeah, this is such a sacrificial thing for us to wake up. Actually, it's a sacrifice, but it's you cannot. The thing that we experienced this morning again, it's another thing for us that we could give value to our existence, actually. So that's, I hope na we could really learn more and value these things, because there's no other. We might be having lecture to other thing, but this kind of sharing more than the lecture itself, because the lecture will be the one to lead us, but the sharing itself, learning from each other, is the most important experience we have this morning. Thank you, Ate Satsoko. Thank you, Ate Relina, for sharing. I do hope more sharings will have. Anyway, we still have 45 minutes, so let's consume this and let's welcome newly still in communication brother. My He is claiming me as my spiritual son from Solomon Island.
Aju.
Let's welcome James. He's much and soon to be engaged to our sister in General Santos City, Marchi. But he's very willing to really learn. That's the reason why I always share all those links. Even morning service, evening service, evening devotion, he's attending. Even Tagalog. I said, you understand? Yeah. Okay. Let's welcome Brother James. Uh,
Thank
IY
you.
is the leader of Solomon Island. He's the leader of Solomon Island ISP. Let's welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, first of all, thank you, Heavenly Parent and true parents, all our leaders. Yeah, for giving me this opportunity this morning to share a little bit. Yeah, from the presentation or the lecture this morning, yeah, I was really inspired. Yeah, when when talking about like before finding the right person, yeah, be the right person. Yeah. So for my own experience, yeah, I I will talk about my first matching. Yeah, my first matching. Yeah, I was applied. Yeah, at the first and for my Filipino sister as well. And I don't know what's really going on between us. And I came to realize in that point that maybe it's not my right time. Yeah, maybe this is not the right person, yeah, for me, yeah, to meet. Yeah, and through the lecture this morning, I deeply realized that like um, being, before you find that right person, yeah, first I have to ask myself, yeah, I am that person. Do I really like to be that good person? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I have I I'm thinking about this way. Yeah, so yeah, through the lecture this morning, I really realized that yes, to be that, to want someone, yeah, or to want that right person for you, yeah, or for me, yeah, I have to be that good, the good person, in order, yeah, um, in order for me to have, like happy family, creating God-centered family, creating a good society or community, yeah. So it's really, yeah, I really inspired, and I'm hoping that um, through my second matching, yeah, I feel that, yeah, this is the right person. Yeah, I've been waiting for, and to be that right person, yeah, I have to fully equip, yeah, myself, yeah, to be that kind of person too. Yeah, so I think um, this is a small experience maybe I can share for us this morning. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, actually, like you also talking about like, you know, to become a, blessed family and to become a trouble family. Yeah, I'm looking forward for that too. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I think that's all for me. I want to share for us this morning. Thank you, and have a blessed day.
Thank you so much, James. Soon you will be here in the Philippines.
Aju.
Acho. Yeah. So thank you so much for the sharing. You learn a lot from it, though you are still not yet being couple, but you soon to become. So you learn from these things. So this time also we would like to welcome our sister Jocelyn, who is also from YouTube din siya kanina. So I know she's listening to the lectures and even the sharing, but I invited them also to come in. So I do hope you could also share, Sister Jocelyn, another experience din ito kasi long distance relationship. So let's welcome Sister Jocelyn.
Good morning, brothers and
Morning.
sisters. Yeah, parang may nanising sa akin ng mga spirit. Oo, sa akin pinapalalas. Gustong-gusto kong mag-attend. Maraming yung last time na mag-husana ako, pero wala, hindi ko nagawa yun. So ngayon, talagang ngayong mag-share din ako ha. Kasi parang ngayong natsumbo na tayo, para maraming changes nangyari. Bigla-biglaan na lang, parang flash ba, flash. So, hindi ko maintindihan siguro, talagang parang hindi tayo pinapatayaan ni Heavenly Parents, Heavenly Father, na alam naman yung heart natin, na galing tayo sa pagka full-time hanggang ngayon, na we are always with our heavenly parents and true parents. Yung desire nila ba, parang andun lang tayo sa likod nila na susunod-sunod. Pero yung pagsunod-sunod natin sa kanila, dami palang difficulties. na marami na rin tayong iyak, ganyan. Marami tayong paghihirap. Pero because we have our two parents, nakita natin yung life nila, gusto rin natin na maintindihan yung totoong heart, yung nangyari sa life nila dito sa earth. So, dahil gusto natin ng magiging happy tayo, we have to sacrifice. So, we have to really aim na yung ginagawa ni True Father at saka True Mother kahit mahirap, iyak-iyak ka na, yan, sige pa rin. So, I cannot deny myself that hindi natin na-experience yung hirap talaga. Na parang nasama na sa life natin na kasama natin yung hirap. Pero dahil sa hirap na yan, nakamtan natin na maging masaya din. Na fulfillment ba sa sarili natin na hindi ka pwedeng maging happy kung wala kang pinagdaan ng hirap. Yan palagi ang parang nandyan palagi sa heart ko, sa isipan ko. Kasi totoo naman talaga na ang happiness, hindi mo yan makukuha lang na basta-basta. Yung totoong happiness na sinasabi ko, yung talagang ramdam mo na ma-feel mo mismo sa sarili mo. Na kahit na, yun nga, sabi ni Ate Tess, long distance relationship, pero nandyan yung husband mo pa rin. Oo, nung time na namatay si True Father, parang nag-reflect din ako, kaya ko kaya na for how many years na hindi na makabalik talaga yung asawa ko kasi hindi pa siya dapat bumalik dito sa Pilipinas kasi mayroon pa kaming 5 anak na bubuhayin. Kasi nag-start kami, binata pa, dalaga kami, nag-full time. Hanggang 5 na ang anak pala namin, nasa full time pa kami. So, wala pa nung buhay, ang lumalaki yung mga bata. Anong gagawin namin? Tapos may mga ideals na sinusunod kami. Nandyan hindi naman pwede na always words, di ba? So, dapat balance. So, ayaw din namin na dahil nag-full time na kami ng matagal, iwanan namin yung mission. So, anong pinag-usapan namin ni Papa? Dapat balance. Kasi ayaw din namin na yung mga second generation na nagiging fruit, parang mapariwara ba dahil sa irresponsible kami na parents. So, both talaga na balance spiritually at saka physically. So, we have to really think na hindi talaga mawawala sa sentro si Heavenly Father and True Parents. That is our guiding light at saka yung decision na kahit anong mangyari, priority talaga nandyan si God at saka True Parents and the principle at the same time mag-follow na lahat simultaneously and nandyan yung situation na paghihintay kahit na mahirap, maghintay pa rin tayo. Nandyan yung hope na yung dreams natin, na dreams ni God, dreams ni True Parents ay marirealize. Dahil sa pag-hard work natin. At the same time, sacrifice talaga. At saka, mamimaintain talaga yung love. Both husband and wife na don't think of selfishness. Kahit naghirap ka man, dito, kaya sa akin, baka kala nila, masaya ako dito na ano lang, may asawa ko sa abroad, papadala papadala ng allowance namin. Pero iba rin talaga yung napakaganda din talaga kung together kayo mag-asawa. Pero siguro, later on siguro, ibibigay din ni Heavenly Parents and True Parents yung kahit na hindi pa kami nagsasama physically ngayon for almost going to 12 years na yung last time na pag-alis niya dito nung December 15, 2009.
Tagal na.
Yan. 1 day old yung last child ko. Na this time is going to 12 years old na. So, anyway, nandyan si Heavenly Father palagi and true parents na nag-guide sa atin, hindi lang amin, atin talaga. Na, parang yan yung ano natin, strength actually. Na mag-continue tayo para ma-realize yung pinaka-mission natin dito sa earth, at the same time, preparation in the spirit world. So, ang ganda yung topic natin actually sa about the blessing. Nakikinig ako kay Brother Randy kanina habang tinitignan ko yung picture lang dito kasi di ako makapasok kanina. I-try ko lang kasi itong desktop ko parang grateful nga ako kasi okay na pala yung desktop ko. Palagi ako nagmo-morning devotion doon sa cellphone. So ngayon, pasalamat ko kasi actually itong 3 o'clock natin, napakaganda talaga. Napaka-educational for both blessed family, blessed or what you call, siguro napaka-deep kasi yung pinag-usapan natin dito So, maraming mga couples na ma-benefited. Kasi yung umiikot na pinag-usapan natin dito, parang open sharing tayo sa mga experiences at the same time yung principle na nandyan na sa atin kung paano natin gamitin at saka yan na talaga yung guidance sa buhay natin para magiging blessed couple talaga tayo, blessed member talaga tayo na makikita ni Heavenly Father and True Parents na mga anak mo talaga sila. Parang ganon. Kahit na ganyan sila noon, pero dahil na-meet natin nga si True Parents, sila yung true model natin, kaya ganito din tayo. So, we are in the right track. We are right family para we are part of True Parents family. So, yun nga, di ba? Maintindihan mo ang magulang mo kung i-involve mo yung sarili mo kung ano yung situation. So, hoping na yung other blessed families natin, wishing them that magiging tsumbo din sila. Yan. Para gusto ko next na ancestor celebration and blessing, pipili ako ng gold na wish paper at yun ang i-wish ko. Wishing na all our brothers and sisters, blessed family will become tsumbo. Para matapos na yung gusto ni True Mother, True Father, lahat tsumbo na. Okay? Thank you so much sa mga kapatid natin dito. Ate Relina, natatawa ako kasi na-remember ko nung pumunta ka sa Iligan. That time, doon kami nag-mission. Iligan Center.
Wala na yung boses.
Also to our Kuya Redo din. Talagang talaga na brother natin yan. At saka babayaan mo na yung nginingitian ka. Kasi, ganun talaga yung nature ni Kuya Ray. Palangiti talaga yon. Ganun siya. Oo. At saka, si Brother Randy, sabi ko, sige lang Kuya, na you are a father of many children, best children. You are very, tawag dito, fortunate naman kasi marami kang anak compare sa iba. Gustong-gusto ng maraming anak pero isa lang. So, you have very trophies.
Buti may isa pa.
Yes, marami kang trophies. Pero kasamahan din na ng ano yan, talagang hard work, ganyan. Anyway, Heavenly Father will bless your family. Know that. Ate Suko, nasaan ka na? Nasasabihin ako sa'yo. Kuya Silso, leader ko. First, commando leader ko yan. Kaya, ito yan siya makakalimutan. Yan. Aside kami sa Central Luzon. Pero siguro si Ate Sitso hindi niya alam yan. Pero si Kuya Celso, dahil leader ko siya.
Fundraiser.
Alam niya yan. So, ilan lang tayo? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Meron din sa YouTube, te. Ay, sir.
So, sa YouTube pa. Thank you so much sa inyong lahat. And,
Thank you so much.
yes. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Sana sa susunod na naman.
Sige na ako ng assistor ko.
And then we can also share the YouTube link. I guess, Sir Randy, can we share also for to our sa BFD as well?
Oh.
Diba yung share o baka magpatapos ito mawala na rin yung YouTube natin?
Actually, we can share po and they can watch it even later. They can watch po. Mag-subscribe lang sila sa sa UPTA YouTube channel para po.
Pero kung i-share namin yung link, kuya, okay lang siya.
Okay lang po, apo.
Mag-view pa rin nila.
Opo,
Sige.
naka-public na po siya. Hindi ko na siya unlisted para anybody na who wanted to watch and learn from it. Pwede po. And
How we
naka-save
wish
po
all
yun
the
sa YouTube.
BFDs. Kasi sa mga BFD coordinators, we will be sharing this one. So, I guess, you can share, at just link sa BFD natin para maka-encourage tayo ng maraming BFD coordinators. This is a very educated. Actually, this is designed for all the BFD coordinators to learn.
Ang ganda talaga. Parang, buti na ano to? No-form talaga.
Kita naka-online ka kasi sinend ko yung link.
Yeah, ganito mag-class na gigising ako.
Ate Sylvia ang hindi nakagising. Actually, marami ang nasendan ng mga link kagabi kasi I've been so busy with my activities. So, nung nag-remind na si Kuya Randy, I make a point na I could remind others also kasi makalimutan ko. I've been also, I have meeting yesterday, kagabi sa PWP and then today again in preparation din sa PWPA. So anyway, let's just enjoy our mission, though sometimes grabe na ang mga schedules natin. Sorry Kuya Randy, minsan din ako nakaka-greet sa kadaghan na mga activities natin din. So anyway, we enjoy and then we just pray for our good health and wisdom always and to be used as an instrument of heaven.
Aju!
Yeah. Ito lang din ang pamaraan natin for our remaining days and years in our life on earth. So let's use these things. Even Kuya Randy is also investing too much for the lectures, education as well. God knows our investment actually. So for this point, it is about to end, so that we can also join again the morning devotion. I will be preparing for my class also sa masteral ko. So let us welcome our Kuya Randy for the last word that you could share also to us this morning, being the only brother now in the Zoom. And then si James nagpaalam siya, punta daw sa YouTube. Medyo na siguro siya kaya hindi pa man siya wala pa man siya asawa, pero I know he's learning also from what we are sharing. So let's welcome our Sir Randy to give the last word that he could also share to us today.
Okay, good morning everybody to the,
Morning.
here in Zoom and in YouTube. Uh, Good morning, good day to all. So, yeah, actually, mm, I've been, etong ginagawa, these things that we are doing, I've been thinking of um, making it also as a way for the education of our HTM, our tribes, so that they can really understand the value and significance of the blessing, and also they can also guide their children properly. So this is one of the package that I'm working right now to offer sa mga HTM for the education, because during the meeting yesterday morning with Reverend Hori and also some Asia Pacific two leaders, they're talking about uh, the quality. Although we have the number, but the quality is number and quality should work together and come together. Pero kung titingnan natin, if quality is there, the number will follow naturally, di ba? And as a the most important uh, that our true parents have brought to us is the blessing. So what does that mean? It means that ang pinaka main focus natin is for people to be reconnected to God's lineage. And the only way to do that is through the blessing, right? And kaya nga BFD's responsibility is not just a simple responsibility, but it is really a way to bridge the people towards be connecting or to be engrafted to God's lineage. Kaya and as a as a as we create our tribe, that is what we are doing. And uh, this is very important that they have to understand etong mga ginagawa natin na session in this education that we're doing right now, na they should they should learn this, they should understand this, so that they will know. And ano ba talaga ang direction ng tinatawag nating to receive the blessing from God and true parents. And how we should live our life, how we should practically uh, practice the principle into our life. Not only the principle, but even practical way of how we can apply the words of our true parents. Hindi lang yung nare-receive natin through, yeah, there is already what we call morning devotion, evening devotion, but those are just more on giving inspiration about true parents' words. But how to apply it, yun yung responsibility ng blessed families ng BFD. How to empower the people to really understand how they can apply so that our life will change. Our life will be transformed from satanic lineage to God's lineage, from satanic influence to God's influence. So, yeah, actually, kaya nga, this model that we have done in Zampen is, I'm now systematizing, most especially the education program, yung mga lectures na dapat na i-ano natin, kompletuhin natin lectures. Kaya I'm now working for, because there's so many guidance about the role of mothers, but the role of fathers is, and also the relationship of fathers and mothers is hindi masyadong nabibigyan ng pansin. Even in Christian world, this is not being talked much. It is just more on the position of a mother, because mother's responsibility is siya talaga yung magbibigay ng right education sa mga anak eh. That's the role of the mother, and the role of the father is to to give a proper discipline for the children. Kaya nga, education plus discipline, once they will work together in creating a guide to the children, that's the time that we can really create a better atmosphere for the growth of our children. That's why parents and um, parents parents should be there. Pero in the absence of a father, the mother should bridge. Kaya yun yung pinaka ano pinaka gist ng relationship of husband and wife, na the father is not that close to the children, but the mother is very close to the children, and dapat siya yung mag-bridge from from the children to the father, no? Na ang nangyari kasi is, ang usually na nangyari in our environment, even some blessed couples is hindi ganun ka hindi ganun ka strong yung bridge na ginagawa ng mother to connect and let the children understand the position and the situation of the father. Kaya minsan hindi ganun ka strong yung relationship ng father and children. Pero kung titignan natin, the design of a relationship of in a family is the mother is close. Kaya nga, 'di ba, sinasabi natin that the mother is in the position of ilaw ng tahanan. Hindi lang naman siya yung ilaw ng tahanan na magbibigay ng kaisipan sa mga anak eh. But it is the one who will give a position for the father to give an authority for them to be guided properly in terms of discipline and also raising them up properly in a. Kaya kung titignan natin, husband and wife is really very important. Kaya yung preparation or yung education natin na to become the right person before looking at our partner as the best is yun talaga yung meeting point for a relationship to move on. Kasi nga kung titingnan natin, 'di ba, ang relationship natin is ang basic principle of the universe is the give and take action. And give and take action comes into a point wherein we could really sacrifice ourselves. Kaya nga dati ang pagkakaalam ko sa subject and object relationship is yung subject lang yung mag-iisip ng live for the sake of the others. Pero actually it's not, because that is just a one-way process. When we talk about subject and object relationship, the object should also live for the sake of others, should also have that kind of heart of live for the sake of others, so that there will be a proper interaction and proper relationship that will be moving on. And the beginning point is when we raise ourselves to become the right person for the person that is being prepared by God. When we look at each other as God's representative, God's image, beyond the limitation, beyond the insecurities that we have, beyond the differences that we have. Pero ando doon pa rin yung connection natin, meeting point natin that this is God's representative. This is God's image. Kaya nga ang problem of the fall is Lucifer did not look at Adam and Eve as God's representative, as God's image. Okay. And when Eve went to Adam, is hindi rin niya tinignan as a distinct image ni God si Adam. That's why the fall had happened. Kaya ang laging sinasabi sa atin ni Father is husband and wife is not just a simple relationship of a man and a woman, but that is the formation of the substantial image of God, substantialization of God's form here on earth. Okay, because man is just a half of God's form, and then woman is another half of God's form. When men and women come together, that's the time that the real image, the real essence of God's substantial form will be established here on earth. Kaya yun yung laging sinasabi ni Father sa atin na it's really important that man and woman could really understand and could really live together as one. Kasi nga, 'di ba, sinasabi nga natin when two become one. Hindi na dalawa, but the two being will just become one. So think that you are just one. Though many circumstances that is within, but the most important is I am living with God. I am living with the image of God. Kaya hindi rin tama na yung sinasabi na your husband, your wife is your greatest enemy. Okay. That's not that's not what true Father is saying us. What true Father is saying us is your husband, your wife is God's representative, God's image, and this is my growth. Yung differences namin, that's not the point of our fighting, but it is a point for us to grow and to become more responsible to each other and to develop more our love each other. Kaya it's really important na yeah, starting from this point, from us starting with this quorum that we have right now, um, we really needed to really influence others. We really needed to share to others. Yeah. Kaya nga uh, hindi naman kaagad-agad to eh. Hindi naman kaagad-agad maintindihan ng lahat. But since when we started this program, when I offered this to Ate Tere na we can have this modeling in Zamboanga Peninsula, hindi ko in-offer yun as a program, but I use it as a condition so that we can influence more brothers and sisters. Kaya kaya no matter kahit dadalawa lang ang tao dito, ilan yung man yung nandito, it doesn't matter. The most important is we will set the right condition for creating a better environment that people can come in and can learn and understand God's heart and true parents' heart through our experiences together, through our sharing together. Kasi kung titingnan natin, ito lang yung avenue wherein you can share what you have in your heart. 'Di ba? Ito lang yung avenue wherein we could openly share everything that we can have, either positive or negative. The most important is we are learning from each other. Not to brag each other down, but to uplift each other. Kaya nga hindi ano dito, uh, hindi ito yung point na we are here to judge each other, but we are here to love each other. Okay? And that's the reason why we created this forum, this program, this avenue. And yun nga, for all Chonbo, because yeah, BFD's role is very important for really creating the environment of God and true parents to be within us, to be in this world that we have. So this is one way that if you wanted to organize multiply this into your community, into the created community that you have in your Chonbo, we can set time. Okay, well, we can do it. We can do it together, and we will do it together so that we can really create a better environment. Kaya nga from BFD coordinators, we really needed to go down deeper. Kasi ang BFD coordinators, tayo lang naman yung bridge to the national para sa ganun ma-connect sila sa national. Pero how can we really raise the people within our community? Diba? How can we make the Chunbo people really understand the heart of God and true parents? Diba? This is the only way so that we can have an avenue, so that we can have a opportunity, a quorum wherein we could freely discuss together and we could share together the learning that we have. And then kaya nga ang ano before ang even until now, ang pinaka vision ng quorum na to is magkaroon ng another set sa iba't ibang regions. Okay? Iba't ibang regions para na sa ganun we can empower more the BFD coordinators to have a direct contact and direct interaction with all blessed families in the community. Kasi for BFD coordinators to become victorious, we really needed to empower our blessed community in our region. Okay. And now it's not only for BFD but even for Chonbo, because we needed to raise our people in the community, in our tribe. They should not only become the members, but we should raise them to become owners of God's vision and true parents vision. Kasi gusto natin is may spread yung message ni God. May spread yung lineage ni God. And we cannot do that in every family. Dun sa kahit yung 43 lang, kung tayo lang gagawa dun sa 43, will not raise these 43 people to become owners of God's vision and God's dream. Mapapaaga ang pagpunta natin sa spirit world. Kaya we needed to raise them, we needed to guide them, we needed to connect them. Okay? And we needed to help them to understand the vision of God and our true parents. So, hopefully, now looking forward na in the near future, we can really empower. We could really, hindi lang natin spread to, but we can really train more people to become, kasi ang ano ko nga is, hindi lang, in the future, hindi lang naman ako gagawa nito. Hindi lang ako magbibigay ng lecture na to. And each members should really understand this. Parang sa ganon, we can empower everybody and we can raise everybody. Because that is what the dream of our true parents are. They wanted that all of us will really become their representative, their mouthpiece that will share, okay, the good news. Hindi lang yung share yung good news, but raising people to become owners of the vision of God and our true parents. So this is just the beginning. This is just a foundation for us to really equip ourselves to become sabi natin na well-equipped, well-rounded, and all the things that we needed is at least meron tayo na dito to help, to sustain, to empower each other. And from the sharing of each other, eto rin yung maipon natin na sharing that we can share to others when we share to our brothers and sisters. Kaya nga it's really important that we really constantly, okay. Kaya nga parang nahabaan ako sa waiting ng twice a month lang. Okay. Pero if we can, kung ma-establish natin yung every region na ano yon, yung every Saturdays magkaroon ng schedule from one region to another, that would be the best, di ba? And pagka ma-empower tayo lahat to share all this material, to really have a heart to convey this material to our brothers and sisters and elevate the standard of their living. Diba? Hindi na mag-antay si true parents ng 2027. But people will really come here na sabihin na, can I join the blessing? Can I join the matching? Can I receive the blessing from God and true parents? Okay. Kaya actually, dati parang naisip na sinasabi lang ni Father na people will come to you and knock na pwede bang lecturean mo ako. Dati parang vision lang yun eh. Pero now I realize with all the people inviting me or asking me, Kuya, pwede bang magpa-schedule sa'yo? Pwede bang mag-request ng time mo? Okay. And it's really happening now. Kaya nga, pagka sinasabi ko, I'm now creating a group of people na pwede nating sandalan if we needed. That will guide you also to how to become owner. Okay. Kaya, anyway, we are still on the process of building all of these things, preparing all of this need of, hindi na siya providence eh, need of God in the future. Diba? Kasi tapos ang fulfillment of God's providence here on earth. We are now in the era of Chunilgok. Pero yung preparation natin it's not yet enough. Kaya we are doing our best to prepare in different ways and in some avenues na we could really support each other as a one family. Kasi ang totoong magpapamilya is ano 'yon, 'di ba? Nagtutulungan at supporting each other. So we are in a community, we are in a what we call the highest form of community na meron tayo ngayon because of the vision of God and true parents that is alive in us. Okay. We are not just a simple Christian community, we are not just simple Buddhist community, but first and foremost, we are God's community. We are building God's community. Kaya nga ito yung laging ina-emphasize ni True Mother, Heavenly Parent, Holy Community. It is not a religious community, but it is a divine community that we are creating. And in order for them to become part of it, it's no other than receiving the blessing. Kaya we really needed to continuously guide our brothers and sisters to understand ano ba talaga yung blessing. Why the blessing is very important. Okay? Why we are trying to practice a lifestyle of living for the sake of others through becoming a chonbo. Okay? Nang sa ganun, they can also understand, dapat pala ako rin, bubuo rin ako ng ganon. Okay? So, yun, and all of these materials that we are using from the very first meeting hanggang sa ngayon, meron pa, saka marami pang materials that we are preparing para sa ganun we can really connect our society and let the expression of the heart of God and true parents become visible and be understood by the people. And not only understood but being embodied by the people. Kasi sabi nga ng Assistant National Statistician sa Economic Sector ng PSA, Philippine Statistics Authority, if we wanted to create a better working values in our workplace, in our government today, they needed to understand the principle. And I was so shocked nung narinig ko yon na kasi alam natin meron na, even Ate Relina can testify na merong set of values ang government natin na ang tagal-tagal nang ginagamit but it's not really creating a better environment or uplifting the level of values of the people in the in the workplace that we have. And the only way to challenge this is no other than letting them understand and embody true parents principle. Kaya nga kung dati ayaw nating nahirapan tayong moving towards connecting to the community, it's now time that we have to work on together, live together. So, yun po. I'm very grateful na you were able to join, and I hope na we could have more. We will be more. We'll be working more together with our brothers and sisters. So, yun, and one of the things that we are looking also forward is sa mga chonbo is, di ba napakaganda to guide our tribe in the future. So this can also be a education for chonbo. Actually, Reverend Hori is looking for a parang a curriculum na pwedeng gamitin so that our chonbo will have a process of training na and I hope na we can really develop this program to create that avenue for them for spiritual development and raising the heart of our members in Chonbo. So, yun lang po and magandang umaga po sa lahat.
Maraming salamat, Kuya Randy, for that great inspirations again for this day. So, I guess it's we need to end up because of the morning service. We need to attend also the morning service. Buti na marami tayong gadget. Kahit sabay-sabay. So anyway, it's a great experience po. See you again next next month, November. Yun nga, matagalan tayo sa every second Pero anyway, we will divide our time, our schedules po. So see you. I do hope they could bring also some guests by next month. Let's bring one guest each. One guest each. Mm. So anyway, at least meron tayong guest din pag ano, so we can share the good news about these things. So to end up, may I request Ate Setsuko to please lead the closing prayer po. Ate Setsuko.
Okay, let us pray. Good morning, Heavenly Parent, true Parent of heaven, and humankind. We're so grateful with this wonderful morning. We could get many reflection, inspiration from you. And really, we want to invite many people for this every week this seminar for next time. Also, that really can help even small now, but really I hope that many affected for this in the deep members, not in the surface only. Really, we must real members, real attendance, children of the Heavenly Parents. We need still education in Heavenly Parents. This is a good for the program for given by BFD. Really, that the blessing is most important. We can really fulfill for our three great blessing. That and also that Chombo was extended to up to December 31. How much the parents want to give to all breast center, breast family to become Chumbo. Really, if that is not goal for the after Chumbo, really we need to fulfill the three great blessing, and then really to build the kingdom of heaven on the earth, and then can help for our true parents, bring spiritual world, the physical world that totally unite Heavenly Parents. That's the our dream of the Heavenly Parents and dream our dream also. Thank you to this morning. Really, each of us, I represent for their grateful heart and the in my name, says and recorded, represent the blessed family. Adieu.
So let's have a short
Picture tayo,
picture
ma'am.
taking po. Okay, open te. Kami pala ang ano ngayon, ang host, Region 9 sa morning devotion. Anyway, I have already in naman. So let's have our picture taking po. Halika, Alan. Picture ta. Alis na naman siya, papunta na sa bukid. Sa kanyang... Okay po, ano na. Ako na, sir? Ay, sino mag-picture?
Sige po, ma'am. Take it away po.
Sige. Okay, let's have a heart tayo. Small heart. Okay, Kimchi. Okay, then ano ko muna? Tagal naman nata ako, Sir Randy, oy. Saan ko ilagay ito? Send ko sa'yo, Sir Randy. Control B. Then, Vision 2020.
Sunyi.
Okay. Smile. Thank you. Hindi ko alam eh. Wala si Ate Sylvia eh.
No,
Hindi ko alam pag ano. Okay, thank you so much po. God bless everyone. Let's get in sa ating Zoom again. Thank you, Ate. Thank you sa everyone. See you again next. Thank you, Kuya Randy, for the sacrifices.
13 po. November 13 yung next meeting
November
natin.
13. Sinong volunteer dyan?